Alright, so I've been reading this interview or article that Terry did from way back, and I left off in this interview at probably the finest episode to focus on. Jadzia Dax is rejoined, in which she falls back in love with the partner of a previous host, and the object of her affection just happens to be a woman. What were your first impressions of that script when you received it? My first impression was, she dumped me. I can't believe she dumped me. I was really offended. I didn't want to be the the dumpy. I wanted to be the dumper. Then I thought about it, and I thought, wait a minute, I'm really proud that they chose Dax to be the one who stuck out and said, I don't care what anybody thinks. I love you, I want you, and I don't care what the repercussions are socially or emotionally. That made sense. She's lived many lifetimes. She's so much older. How did you feel about the scene in which the two characters kiss passionately? When executive producer Rick Berman first asked me, we made a joke out of it. So, would you kiss a woman for me? I said, yeah, so long as she's pretty. But then when it happened, it was very serious. When it got closer to doing the episode, I said I'd like to read with them at the audition, because there were definitely some women who were more interested in the kiss and trying to come on to me. Oh wow. Terry. So when those women, a few of which said, I've always wanted to kiss you. Oh wow. As they were leaving, I'd turn to Avery Brooks, who directed the episode, and go, no way, absolutely not. There were a couple of actresses who I knew what their personal lives were like, and I was not going to kiss them. I was going to kiss an actress who was taking it seriously. I was not about some sexual gratification that they're going to get, because that makes it very empty and sensationalist. It was a love story, a passionate love story, and the kiss was a byproduct of that story. It was shocking when it happened in a way, because I didn't realize she felt the way she did. What do you remember of the of shooting the scene? The way we filmed it was odd, because it starts off on my close-up, and she was a great actress but not very good at hitting her marks. So fortunately the pressure was on me to get up, walk across the room, hit my mark, and kiss her instead of worrying whether she was going to hit hers. It was a lot to think about. It was like, I'd like to do it again, but that means I'd have to do the kiss again. Some people have noticed that as the two characters pull apart, there's a bead of spit. The spit thing was a little weird for me. It was like, whoa, she just spat on me. I could feel it. I wanted desperately to wipe my mouth. Shows like Roseanne and L.A. Law faced grave repercussions for from advertisers when they featured a lesbian kiss. Was there any concern that Deep Space Nine would face similar problems? If the repercussions were people not accepting it, that would be okay, because that really is their problem of not being able to see that realm. Roseanne made a joke of it. I could understand how even gay people would be offended by that. We took it very seriously, and we didn't try to hide it. I was worried that having gone through all of that emotionally, that they wouldn't show it. But I was really glad to go through it, even if they did decide not to air it, that I could stick to that edge as an actress and say, okay, I can commit to this, even though it's the exact opposite of how I feel. It was a scary and interesting place to go, which I wouldn't do in real life. In real life, I'd be, no, I don't want that. Thank you very much. So it was nice to go there as an actress. It's not something I want to do ever again, really. How do you feel about being recognized by fans of Deep Space Nine? They call me Miss Farrell. So I like that very much. They're very polite and respectful. What do you remember of playing the cat in the US pilot for Red Dwarf? That was before I got Deep Space Nine. It was great fun playing the cat, especially during the audition where I jumped up on the desk. Have you seen the British version of the show? They showed us little clips of it, but not before I read for it. The 4th season of Deep Space Nine has been praised by many as being the best, but up to that point the show has often lived in the shadow of The Next Generation. Do you think too much was expected from DSN too soon? I think the people on The Next Generation probably went through the same thing because they were criticized a lot at first. Have you seen their early episodes recently? Mariana Sirtis in her go-go boots and a bun in her hair? In her head. Then it became a popular show, and by the 7th season it was like they never had a hard year at all. It's like they were always a huge hit, never threatened with being cancelled. I suppose if we become in our time the success The Next Generation is, it will be as if this time never happened. If you have a month of reruns, it's like, oh, the ratings have dropped. They were reruns. Everybody's already seen them 3 times. For myself, it feels like I'm part of something that's a great success because I work in an environment where we're trying to have a great end result. Everybody respects everybody else's job. And that was the end of that article. And I will just read. These are some pictures of Dax and stuff. And it says here, Dax has the opportunity to rekindle a romance from one of her previous lives. There were definitely some women who were more interested in the kiss and trying to come on to me. And this picture looks like it's from the one of the Defiant episodes, Dax and Worf. And it says here, Dax at her post on the Defiant. And it says, it really looked like somebody had taken a baseball bat and hit me across the forehead. Alright, so that's the end of that article. Oh, wait a minute. You can watch Star Trek Deep Space Nine Sundays on Sky 1, Channel 15 and 19, and Thursdays on BBC 2 on Channel 18. Yeah, I kind of doubt that those work anymore, but or those things exist anymore, but yeah. This is just a little thing that has some of the shows and times or whatever. Wow, is the rest of this article just... Wow, I think the rest of this article is mostly about the various TV shows and the times and channels that they're playing. The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. That used to be a they used to have books and stuff. Oh wow. The Philadelphia Experiment. Huh. Wow, I think the rest of this is just various TV shows. And like the channels they're gonna be on. This is like, I guess the rest of this is like a TV guide. Star Trek Generations, a advertisement or whatever for the show. Space 1999. It's kind of cool.